a giant serpent in the sea, a symbol for Earth's wicked kings, a satanic force. The antichrist, this is how the Bible portrays Leviathan. Leviathan means twisted or coiled in Hebrew. Eastern traditions say it's a dragon and an enemy of light. Leviathan first appeared in Job 3:8, when Job wished he had never been born. Let those curse it who curse the day, who are ready to rouse up Leviathan. Job was referring to the enchanters and magicians who cast spells to rouse the dragon, or Leviathan. In Psalms 74:14, Leviathan is a word used figuratively for a cruel enemy, such as Pharaoh of Egypt. It could also refer to actual marine monsters. Many Bible commentaries say the Leviathan mentioned in this verse refers to sea monsters killed and thrown on shore for food. Leviathan was vanquished to offer no obstruction to the passage of the Israelites through the sea. You crushed the heads of Leviathan. You gave him as food for the creatures of the wilderness. Other interpretations see Leviathan as a metaphor for Pharaoh's defeat in Egypt. God created Leviathan to move alongside ships. Psalms 104 verses 25 to 26 said, "Here is the sea great and wide, which teems with creatures innumerable, living things both small and great. There go the ships and Leviathan, which you formed to play in it." God is the one who created Leviathan's habitat. In Isaiah 27 verse 1, the Leviathan is a symbol of the wicked kings of the earth who stand against God's people. The great power that wicked nations wield can be terrifying, but God assures his children that evil, no matter how monstrous, will be defeated. In that day, the Lord will punish with his sword, his fierce, great, and powerful sword, Leviathan the gliding serpent. Leviathan the coiling serpent, he will slay the monster of the sea. After Job lost everything, God showed him the Leviathan. Job 41 provides the most detail about this creature as a monstrous sea monster. God describes Leviathan, emphasizing its immense size, strength, and viciousness. So frightening that even a glance is terrifying. The Leviathan cannot be tied down or tamed. It has a powerful form, incredibly well protected with scales. Fearsome teeth line its mouth, and death awaits anyone who approaches it. Even mighty men are terrified of the Leviathan. No weapon, from sword and spear to javelin, arrow, stone, club, or lance, can defeat it. Cages are no match either, as the Leviathan breaks iron like straw. On land, it leaves a trail of ruts. In the water, it churns at deep weight. God's description of the Leviathan concludes with a statement that it is the true king of the beasts. Nothing on earth is its equal, a creature without fear. While many commentators believe Leviathan is a crocodile, the Bible's description depicts Leviathan as a large sea reptile. It could be a dinosaur, such as a plesiosaurus or one of the many marine dinosaurs. Job seeing dinosaurs is plausible, given that the book of Job is set in early history. Job 41 shows us that Leviathan is under God's control. Job questioned God through difficult trials in chapters 26 through 31, but God turns the tables and used Leviathan's strength to reveal Job's weakness and frailty. If God created Leviathan that Job cannot stand before, then how great is God? Why did Job try to grapple with the Almighty? While the specific term Leviathan is not used in the book of Revelation, there are symbolic parallels between the sea monster Leviathan, as described in the Old Testament, and certain symbolic creatures mentioned in Revelation, such as the description of the sea monster in Revelation 13. This sea beast is often interpreted as a symbol of oppressive power or a manifestation of evil in the world. The parallels with Leviathan can be seen in its connection with the sea and the multi-headed, powerful nature of the creature. The imagery of a monstrous sea creature arising from the sea evokes the symbolism of chaos. Myths of the ancient world allude to the existence of a creature resembling Leviathan. For example, the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle reports that in the year 793, when Vikings raided Lindisfarne Island in northern England, and robbed the monastery. Fiery dragons were seen flying in the sky. In ancient Ugaritic mythology, Leviathan is depicted as a sea monster or serpent associated with chaos and the primordial waters. It battles the false god Baal and represents the forces of disorder. The Babylonian creation epic, known as the Enuma Elish, features a similar sea monster called Tiamat. Tiamat embodies the chaotic waters and is eventually defeated by the false god Marduk. Some scholars draw parallels between Tiamat and Leviathan. Various ancient cultures, including the Canaanites, Phoenicians, and Assyrians, had their own versions of a sea monster akin to Leviathan. These creatures symbolized chaos, cosmic battles, and the struggle between order and disorder. In medieval Christian texts, Leviathan is often depicted as a demonic sea serpent or dragon. It represents evil, sin, and the devil. Some interpretations link it to the biblical serpent in the Garden of Eden. Leviathan was a real sea creature that frightened seasoned warriors. It's subject only to its creator. As God says in his description of Leviathan, who then is able to stand against me, who has a claim against me that I must pay. Everything under heaven belongs to me. Job 41:10-11.